Hello, friends. Hello and welcome. I am so excited that you have decided to join us today. My name is Justin Daniels, but you can call me Coach Daniels. I have the honor of serving a wonderful organization called the Tulsa Debate League. And some of you might have heard of us, or even maybe some of you have participated in our program. Either way, it's so wonderful to meet you. At the Tulsa Debate League, we believe that every young person is capable of doing amazing things. And guess what? That includes you. Absolutely. So I want to start with a warm welcome. We'll do this during all of our videos over the next several months. And for every warm welcome, we're going to ask you a question. And the question is going to be a would you rather question. So it's going to be, would you rather do this or would you rather do that? Would you rather have this or would you rather have that? And the goal of these questions is to get your mind thinking critically about the world around you and how it works. So the first question for our very first video is, would you rather be able to speak all foreign languages, or would you rather be able to speak to animals? I know, that's a tough question. So I'll repeat it one more time. Would you rather be able to speak to animals, or would you rather be able to speak all foreign languages? So I'll pause for a minute so you can think about your answer. Okay, so for me, it's a hard question also. You know, I love animals and I'd love to be able to talk to animals, but to have the ability to go to any country, whether it's a popular, well-known country like France or Germany or even Australia, or a lesser known countries that we don't hear about in the news all the time. I think it would be so cool to be able to go to any country and speak their language and to be able to communicate and see how we're different and how we're the same. So I would have to choose, I would rather be able to speak all foreign languages. Great job. Okay, now I'd like to share just a little bit about myself, just so you can get to know me a little better. There are three main things, or jobs, if you will, that really define me as a person. Number one, I'm a husband and a father. I have two wonderful kids. My 3-year-old is Zania, and my 4-year-old is Zaire. I love being a dad. I love spending time with them and getting to teach them new things. And I hope to do the same with you. Next, I am a speech, drama, and debate coach. I chose to be a speech, drama, and debate coach because when I was your age and I was attending school, I participated in speech and drama and debate, and it absolutely changed my life. It opened up so many doors and parts of the world that I didn't even know existed. And so I promised myself and my community that when I grew up and it was time for me to pick a job and pick a way to give back, I would give back to my community the awesome experience that I received as a young person in speech, drama, and debate. Last, I am a citizen of Tulsa, born and raised. I have always lived in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I love this city. I love this city for so many reasons, but I think the number one reason that I love Tulsa is that I get to work with so many amazing young Tulsans just like you, who I have no doubt are going to grow up and change the world. Every month, we are going to explore a new skill together. And November's skill, well, don't tell anybody. It's my favorite. It's the skill of public speaking. I love public speaking. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking. Public speaking is scary. It's not easy to get up in front of people and talk, right? You get nervous, maybe your palms get sweaty, you start to shake. And guess what? That's okay. That's okay, I promise you. Some of you may be thinking, hey, I love public speaking. This is going to be a piece of cake. Well, either way, there's something for all of us to gain from learning more about how to be better public speakers. I want to ask you a question. When was the last time you had to speak in public? Maybe you had to give a book report in school and you had to give a presentation. Or maybe you ran for student council president or secretary or parliamentarian and you had to give a speech. Or maybe you had to give a speech in church or you spoke at a city council meeting. The truth is that life is full of opportunities for us to speak in public and express ourselves. In fact, there are many jobs and occupations that require you to be good public speakers. Can you think of one? Athletes have to speak in public. Business owners, maybe you want to grow up and be an entrepreneur and own your own business. Well, if you have employees, you'll have to be comfortable speaking to them in meetings, and that's public speaking, right? Doctors have to be pretty good public speakers to work with their patients. Teachers also have to be comfortable speaking in public. In most jobs or occupations, you have to be at least comfortable speaking in public. So, what's the number one reason you think people don't like to speak in public? If you said they get nervous and scared, you are right. Again, speaking in public can be scary. So today, I'm going to give you 4 ways that you can overcome the fear and anxiety that comes with speaking in public. Are you ready? Here we go. Number 1, practice. Practice, practice, practice. Repeatedly rehearse your speech or presentation out loud. That's very important. You can ask a friend to be your audience, or a parent or guardian, or your brothers or sisters. You can even video yourself on a phone or a laptop or a tablet. Practice, practice, practice. I always say that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And how do you work hard with public speaking? You practice, practice, practice. I recommend finding a mirror in your home, maybe a hallway mirror, a mirror in your bedroom, a mirror in the bathroom, and practice giving your speech in the mirror. It allows you to see yourself and how you are coming across, or how you will come across to your audience. And so that's a great tool that you can use. Number 2, familiarity. The more familiar you are with the topic of your speech or your presentation, the more confidently you can speak to it. Have you ever had to give a speech or a presentation and you really weren't prepared? Oh, that is the worst. It makes it even more scary to speak in public when you're not sure about what you're talking about, right? So do extra research on your topic. Even if you don't include all of the findings in your presentation, it's okay. The more comfortable you are and the more of a deep understanding you have, it's going to help you feel prepared and comfortable when it's time for you to give your speech or your presentation. Number 3, visualization. Some of the world's best athletes and entertainers, they use visualization techniques prior to a competition or performance. You want to imagine each step of your upcoming experience, right? From the moment you arrive at whatever the venue is, whether it be school or church or a city council meeting, to you meeting the audience members, and then after the event. Picture yourself delivering your material in a relaxed way. And imagine your audience's positive response. Visualize it. See it in your head. Use your imagination to visualize yourself doing a wonderful job. And the very last step is organization. You want to double check that any of the components that you might use in your speech, maybe a PowerPoint or you have a prop as a book or something like that. You want to make sure that you have it all together and it's all ready to go. You also want to organize your thoughts, right? If you're giving a written speech where you have taken the time to write it out and you're going to read it out loud, you want to make sure that your handwriting is good where you can read it. You want to make sure that it is in order, the order that you want for your speech. And then maybe you're giving what we call, new word, you ready? An extemporaneous speech. What does that mean? It means that you're giving a speech essentially off the top of your head, right? You don't have much time to prepare and you have to just express yourself and articulate your thoughts. And so if you're going to give an extemporaneous speech or a speech off the top of your head, it's really important that you take some time to think through how you want to organize the things that you want to say. I always like to start with an introduction, some way to grab the audience's attention and to let them know how passionate I am about what I'm going to talk about. Then I want to pick the top 3 things that I want to say on my topic. And I want to take the time to express all 3 of those points. And then lastly, I always like to end with a good conclusion. And in a good conclusion, you want to ask your audience to do something. You want to call them to action. You want to inspire them to do something differently or to make change in some kind of way. So we have just learned 4 ways that will help you overcome fear and anxiety when it comes to public speaking. So just to review, number 1, practice. Number 2, get familiar with your topic. Number 3, visualization. And number 4, organization. So again, all of our November videos will be dedicated to helping you become more comfortable with public speaking. So in the videos to come in November, we'll be exploring new skills like how to demonstrate passion in your speech and how to master your body language and then how to practice and deliver. Again, I'm so grateful that you chose to join us today, and I can't wait to see you again next week. Have a wonderful week. Thank you.
Kids. Presentation skills, part 1.
My name is Kenna, and I'm going to teach you how to do a great presentation.
It's my version of a TED Talk.
Number 1, entrance.
When you walk in, you have to be confident.
Smile. If you don't smile, the audience is gonna be like, what?
You have to walk in confidently.
You should have your shoulders back, but not like all the way back.
Don't move around so much, because that's a little bit distracting.
Because then the audience is gonna lose attention.
If you're having a little bit of trouble putting your hands by your side, you can put your hands above your belly button.
This is a very good speaking stance that I actually use a lot.
Here's the most important part, introduction. You need to get these people attention in 10 seconds, because that's it.
10 seconds to get your audience's attention.
If you don't use that 10 seconds, everybody's gonna start being bored.
If I start with a hook, they tend to stay more engaged.
Free desserts, family, and fun.
Don't go yet. Last thing, eye contact.
Eye contact, eye contact.
Eye contact. But make sure you have to look at every person in your audience.
So they feel kind of like included.
All right, that's all I have for now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Think